Hey, what's up, guys? It's TheMediaMarauder. We're going to try to get through this as soon as possible. This is everything we sold this weekend. I know 2 or 3 of you guys really like these videos, so I'm going to continue to do them as long as I have time and it's not a whole lot of mess. So, didn't have a great weekend, but hey, we sold some stuff, so let's get right at it. You guys know I like to give you all the numbers. That way you know exactly how much money I make. This Nolan Ryan we sold for $3.50. I count it as a dime because it came out of a collection. There's Ricky Williams. We got like 3 or 4 of these in one of the collections. And we paid basically a dime for this and $18. Sold this Bread and Tulips for $11. We paid $1 for it at a pawn shop. 787 Tops we sold for $13. Tom Waddle we sold for $5. Randy Cross we sold for $6. This Teo, it's a single stitch shirt. We paid $2 for it, sold it for $29. Wilson Phillips sealed, we bought it for $1, sold it for $14. This Molina 8x10, we bought it for $3 on eBay, and we sold it for $18. Brian Holton, $7 we sold. Whitey Herzog sold for $16. 74 LeGros sold for $8. Keo sold for $6. Little Hours sold for $13. We paid $1 for it at a pawn shop. Damien 2 we sold for $10. Paid $1 for it at a pawn shop. Ray Lewis came out of a collection. We have a diamond. Sold it for $3. This Dennis Ripert we sold for $10. Mark Gubazon we sold for $5. This single stitch shirt LL Bean we sold for $26. We paid $2 for it. This Joey J, I think he has a $5 fee, so I think we had like $6 in that card, but we sold it for $12. Tom Bernansky, I believe he also has a fee. $7 we sold it for. Ryan Lawler, you guys know I had a signing with him. We had 200 photos signed. We were supposed to have 250, but he was kind of hard to deal with. $19 we got for this one. Terry Leach, love that card, love the 90 leaf. Sold that for $7. Sold the Terry Leach for $5. Sold the Keith Moreland for $7. I believe he doesn't sign his mail. Sold this Undisputed 4 for $14. We got that for $1 at a pawn shop. This Bob Nepper sold for $10. Dan Pasca sold for $6. This new Rocky hat sold for $16. We paid $2 for it at a pawn shop. This glass sold for $10. I believe he's deceased now. This really nice Western Wrangler shirt, made in USA, I think it is. Sold for $34. Paid $3 for it. $12 for this Dance Party CD. Paid $1 for it. It cost about $4 to ship. So, in conclusion here, our total gross sales was $381 for that stuff. Like I said, that's not much money for the weekend. But glad I sold something. So it cost, everything on that table cost us $47 to purchase. So that's our cost of goods. So you take away $47 from $381, it leaves you with $334. The shipping and handling for all this merchandise you see on the table is going to be $62. The U.S. government's going to get for the post office. So you take 62 from 334, that's 272, and then eBay is going to take their 15% from my fees. So it takes it from 272 minus 57 is $215 solid profit off of $47 cost of goods. So I made basically about 5 times my money, 4 times my money after fees and everything. So I'm happy with that. As long as I can be anywhere from the $4 to $8 times my money range after paying fees, I'm happy. I don't know how people pay like $5 for an item and sell it for $10. Then after you pay all your fees and all your shipping and your this and your that, man, you're only making like, nothing. If you sell it for $10, you're making like maybe $1. I don't see how people are doing it. Like I said, I sold this many items and only made $215, like 5 times in my money. How many items would I have to sell if I was only 2 times in my money? I'd have to sell, 3 to 4 times more items than this just to make the same amount of money. So do I want to put in 3 times more work to make the same amount of money as I do here? No, I don't. So that's my business philosophy. You guys may have a different one. You guys may want to work on a smaller markup, but I don't.